Hey guys, I made some notes today because I want to talk to you about something that is very important, and that's paradigms and what they are. And so what is a paradigm? A paradigm is a belief system, and these belief systems can be either positive and propel you forward, or they can be something that holds you back, and they can even take you back to the past. So not only keep you status quo, but take you back. And so that's why it's so important to understand what a paradigm is and how it operates so that you can overcome these paradigms and repattern them into something that is more empowering so that you can get from where you're at to where you want to be in life. And so, like I said, I got my notes and it's only going to be a couple of minutes, but please listen to this video because it's so important that you understand how to overcome and to get past some of your paradigms. So our subconscious mind is what most of us operate with 90% of our day. That's just subconscious patterns that we do. We get up, we'll go to the bathroom, we'll brush our teeth, we'll take a shower. Some of us go to the coffee pot to get our cup of coffee. We're just kind of living through our subconscious mind. Sometimes you'll drive somewhere and you're like, how did I get here? Well, that was because your subconscious mind was driving the car for you. So we weren't being very conscious at that time. And so the subconscious mind is programmed by our thoughts, the thoughts that we're thinking on a continual basis. And so you put thought with feeling, and that becomes a memory. And the way I can explain this, and because I've heard it explained this way, is that on 9/11, when that happened, a lot of us remember where we were and what we were doing. And the reason that we remember that is because when we heard that and those thoughts went into our minds, we had a feeling or an emotion that was connected to that thought. It was like a feeling that shifted. And so it became a powerful memory. And so as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's Proverbs 23:7. And that is a powerful, powerful scripture. It's not just how you think, it's how you think in your heart. It's that thought combined with your feeling. Okay, so what does this mean? It means then that we have many subconscious memories or ideas that we are operating with on a daily basis. And sometimes, like I said, they're good, and sometimes they hold us back. They keep us either status quo or take us all the way back to a memory of the past, and you start living and acting like you're in the past, which is never a good thing. So we just want to recognize when they show up so that they're not controlling your life. You want to be in the driver's seat of your life, that part of you that has the ability to observe what you're thinking. Okay. And so right now I can say, think about your feet, and you're thinking about your feet, or think about your shoulders. You're thinking about your shoulders. Think about your breath. You have the ability to observe whatever it is that you put your mind on. And you have the ability to even observe what you're thinking. And so that part of us that can stand guard at the portal of our minds, that is what you want to use whenever you notice a paradigm coming up. You can recognize it, and then you can use your will. The will means to be able to give yourself a command and follow it. So you can willfully recognize it, and you can repattern that, and you can move past it. So paradigms are like weeds in a flower bed, okay? You want to pay attention when they show up so that you can prune them out, okay? And so you don't want these weeds to choke out the flowers. You don't want them to stop the becoming of the flower. Well, you don't want your paradigms to choke out your becoming. And so it's not a one and done thing, just like weeds are not a one and done thing. Okay. So you may have been studying self-development. You may have even been working on your faith and your trust in God. And then suddenly you find yourself in a new situation and you're outside of your comfort zone again. So example, maybe you're used to spending a lot of time with a loved one, and then all of a sudden that loved one wants to go and pursue their dreams, and they want to go, or they're gone for a month or so, or maybe just a few days. But all of a sudden you're in this new environment because this person you have become accustomed to being around, and part of your identity was established with that person. All of a sudden that person has gone. And so what happens is that's when a paradigm can show up. It could show up like this. It could say, is it, so you're alone, and so that a part of your identities with this person has been removed. And so it could show up by saying things like, see, you're all alone. They must not have loved you enough to stay. What are you going to do now? How are you supposed to live without them? Remember that song? So all of these thoughts come up. And if they're uninterrupted, those thoughts and those feelings of you're all alone, what are you going to do now? If they go unchecked, then the volume will increase even more. And then it will start saying things like, nobody loves you. You're going to be all alone. You're not strong enough to do this on your own. So they're powerful. And so when paradigms show up like this, you want to allow yourself to feel these feelings. You want to go through the feelings of, okay, you are alone. Okay, this is different. And what can you do? And so you want to move through those emotions, but you want to feel them, but you want to do it responsibly. So you've got a part of you that is observing what you're doing through this process. You can pay attention. You can allow yourself to cry, but you are allowing yourself to cry and to feel these feelings. But you want to use your will again, and you want to, after you sort through some of these emotions, you use your will to say, okay, you can turn on some music that makes you feel good, or you can watch a motivational video. You can meditate. You can read an inspiring book. You want to do something to elevate your feelings. You want to be able to redirect your thoughts and feelings to gratitude. You want to remind yourself of a scripture or an affirmation. One of my favorite scriptures is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Something like that. And so you want to tell yourself that, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And if you need to, say it out loud. Say it as many times as you need to until you start to elevate your feelings. Then when you go to bed that night, you only want to be thinking thoughts of gratitude and love for yourself and for your loved ones. And so you want to do this with an open heart. What are you grateful for? What do you love about that person that has moved on? But you want to have an elevated, instead of fear and what am I going to do now? And you want to stand guard at the portal of your mind, turn it into gratitude after you've allowed yourself to feel those emotions, turn it to gratitude and strength. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. If you do this with an open heart, the next morning, it will be a new day. And you're going to begin to recognize that you're safe. You're safe. It's okay. And you're safe in this new environment, in this uncomfortable place. And then you'll have begun repatterning some of the limiting beliefs into a sense of personal strength and courage. And so you're going to have pruned out a weed, a limiting belief that's been keeping you smaller than who you really are. So at this point, you're beginning to reprogram your subconscious mind to a freer, fuller, more expansive way of being. And so remember, paradigms are powerful, but your spirit is way more powerful. And you have the power to repattern or prune those limiting paradigms. You can use your will. It's one of the 6 mental faculties, your will, to notice what you're noticing, observe yourself, allow yourself to feel the feelings, but then to start repatterning and strengthen yourself through your thoughts and your feelings. Connect this with this, and there you go. That's where the power is. So remember to continuously stand guard at the portal of your mind, and just live a life that you love living. This will lead you to your purpose. This will lead you to the desires of your heart. Desire means of God. So you want to live that freer, fuller life. And as things start to change and the paradigm shows up, just notice it. Notice it's a paradigm. And allow yourself to feel the feelings, but you can repattern it. So love you guys. Make it a great day.